too. I learned a lot of things. I've been doing me, I've been doing okay. Come fuck with me, be my Beyonce. Know you love me, but your girl, you're crazy. She's so crazy.
All right, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to Let's Help You Grow, because I'm here to help you grow. Today's video is pretty much just going to be just me reacting to a little bit of Bob Proctor. I don't know if y'all know of Bob Proctor. Here's his YouTube channel, Proctor Gallier Institute. He also has books and stuff like that. He's a really cool person that, teaches you stuff dealing with your goals, dreams, all types of stuff like that, dealing with affirmations, and just to show you a couple of affirmations. Hold on, I got to do one edit before I show y'all this because I forgot about that. But look, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe as well. So just give me 1 second. All right, so I had to do that on the immediate. So if you're still here, man, you want to grow. If you're still here after, I just hit a little pause. I'll be doing pauses in my videos sometimes, stuff like that. But if you're still here, man, really appreciate you. Now, so the examples are that Bob Proctor, speak of, and what I suggest, because this is what I'm doing now. I actually got to write 5 things that I'm grateful for. I write down 5 things that I'm grateful for every day. I write down my goals as well. I didn't really include that in here, but this right here is just the 5 things that I'm grateful for. So I was like, I'm grateful for my computer that I'm on right now, that y'all are watching me from. I'm grateful for my YouTube channel that you're watching me from. I'm grateful to be able to make music. Not everybody can make music. Some people lose their voice. Some people lose their hearing. There's a lot of things. Then I go into the speaking into existence, quote unquote, affirmations. I am so happy and grateful now that I have a million streams. I already reached 1 million streams. I already passed that milestone. So the reason why I put 1 million streams, even though I already have 1 million streams on Spotify, the reason why I pretty much, and honestly, I need to show y'all, because I was just thinking about that. Yeah, I need to show y'all the 1 million streams because I'm an action person as well. I don't like too much people who talk a lot. And it's okay if you do talk. It's just you need to be able to back it up, correct? Pause. But I want to show y'all that I'm so serious, like so serious. Like I'm not just bullshitting y'all just to get a quick buck or whatever the case may be. All right, so it should be popping up. All right, there we go. So look, boom. So remember I said, I'm so happy and grateful I got 1 million streams. Now, no BS. Look, listen, I really spoke this into existence because I wrote it down before this even happened. This happened just last year, correct? Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it just happened. So, but I wrote it down. So sometimes it takes some time. So I don't think you finna write down, I'm so happy and grateful that now that I have a gold plaque, and you finna have a gold plaque tomorrow. I mean, it's possible, powers are in the words that you speak. So it's definitely possible. You definitely can do that. But I have yet to receive a gold plaque, but it's into existence. Another one is I'm so happy and grateful that I'm a certified music artist. So it could be something that, so to be a certified music artist, you already know that's going to take time. So why rush the other ones? Now, these are affirmations, examples. So don't make fun of me. I just wrote this down really quick. Y'all just seen. So I was like, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am sexy. I mean, it's just quick thoughts I had to write down for you guys, for examples. Because not everybody knows about this and not everybody understands it. Let's get into Bob Proctor for a little second. React to it. How we gonna do it?
From inside, act like you're already there. Walk, talk, speak, live like you're already there. Don't set a small goal. Don't set something that doesn't really find your step. Set so big it jazzes you, really gets you going. When something of a very high nature resonates with the very high side of you, you'll know it. You'll know it. You will feel it. Feeling is conscious awareness of vibration. The only prerequisite, do you want it? Not do you need it, not could you do it. The only prerequisite is, do you want it? Take the lid off your marvelous mind and dream. For goodness sake, give yourself the right to do that. Get your analytical mind out of the way. Put it in your pocket for a while. All you're doing is exploring, daydreaming. What did Lawrence say? All men dream, but not equally. Dream by night in the dusty recesses of their mind, waken the day to find that it was vanity. But the dreamers of the day are dangerous men. For they may act their dream with open eyes to make it possible. This I did.
Just that right there should give you motivation. No.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special segment of Coach's Corner. Here is where I'm going to bring on coaches this entire week, where we're going to talk about different topics within the lessons that was taught today and every day this week. So you guys can all have a much deeper understanding and a perspective from the coaches within the Proctor Gallagher. And today we're going to share our experiences. We will give you direction and insight on what has personally worked for us. We have all been mentored side by side with Arash and Bob, and all the coaches. We're going to have a conversation this week that we're going to completely get you to understand how to create freedom for yourselves as well, because we've created for our lives, and we absolutely love helping you guys and seeing our clients all over the world change their lives as well. So today, I'm going to be talking with Bill Banta. He's a great friend of mine. He's been with the Proctor Gallagher for many, many years. Bill, how are you today?
So good. I really appreciate being here. This is one of my favorite things to do, Monica, is to come on and do this, as we've been able to be blessed, and we worked together for so many years, and it's just amazing. And so thank you. I'm really well.
Yeah, for sure. When did you start here, Bill? Tell me a little bit. Actually, take us through that journey. What year did you start? And talk us through your life story within the Proctor Gallagher.
Absolutely. So going back to about 2009, I started to explore the opportunity that I wanted to be in the industry. And the topic is paradigm. I had all of those things going through my mind of who will believe you and who wouldn't. And I would take a step. And I played from 2009 till about 2011. Every day I wanted to do it and make the call, and I didn't. And we were going through some really interesting things right then. The economy in the world had changed. It was that 2008, 2009. And at some point, I just felt like I was shoved out the door because I was facing some hard things. And I knew I had to just face the fear. And so I made the call. And so that happened right towards the end of 2011. And made that call, was able to come on and start working at the end of, I had to transition out of a business. And so by the end of 2012, I was full-time, and I've been sprinting ever since then. And just had an amazing journey. When you were sitting there saying, we've all been mentored, by Bob and Arash, and I pinch myself sometimes, Monica, about the opportunity that we've had to be in that environment and how critical it is for all of those that are with us today. This is so important. And I look back and sometimes wish I'd have taken better advantage of some of it and studied a little bit more intelligently and really learned more when I had those chances. And so it's been an incredible journey. I've learned a lot, but more important than that, I've learned a lot about me. And as I continue to grow and understand, I always love when we teach paradigms. The whole theme of unstoppable is so incredible to me, because when we understand that we are not our paradigms, that they were created for us, and as a child, that amazing canvas that's wide open when we're born was painted by other people's beliefs and environment and all the things, and that we as adults, as I did in 2009, 10, 11, when I was fighting myself, I just erased the old canvas to the best of my ability that I knew at that spot, and let Bob and Arash and people like you and other people help me start painting the real picture on that new canvas and overriding the old canvas of my life. And I get chills even sitting here saying that to you, because I'm so, I'm happy for people who are with us this week. Those that are here and here now. You were saying at the end of your segment earlier today about how they are here. And my heart went, oh my word, we're all here. We're in this together, and every one of us are striving. So my journey's been a blessing. I've worked very close with thousands of people around the world, and I've seen some significant change in thousands of lives because of their willingness to stop accepting the old and just live with the belief that there's new. So that's kind of where I've been and where I'm going. I don't even think we've barely got started. I feel like there's so much more to do here in the future.
Yeah, I love how you talked about your story about fear at the beginning, because that's what happens when you're changing paradigm. It is going to feel so awkward, so strange. There's going to be a lot of fear because you're doing something that you've never done before. You're stepping into this unknown territory space. But I have a lot of fear too, but I don't know if you agree with this or not, but I got to a point where I wanted it so much more than I feared it. I was so sick and tired of being sick and tired. And you're where we are today, Bill. We have the mental tools to understand.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, like, I'll be doing stuff like, you're gonna do stuff that you're not so sure about. I remember me performing for the first time. I won't call it fear. I was nervous. ML. But it was one time where I was going to perform, and I had a little fear of like doubt and stuff like that. But once I hit that stage, it went away. And you really got to go to rock bottom. And that doesn't mean you got to go broke or you gotta this, that. No, I'm just saying you got to hit rock bottom just on some overall. And that's what's going to push you. You're going to be like, you know what? At this point, I don't even care no more, but in a good way. Now, I don't care as in you're going to let yourself go and you just going to start doing dumb stuff. I'm just saying as you don't care as in like, you just going to do it. And that's pretty much what pushes me more than anything. Like once I hit that phase of like, bro, like, nah, then it's like I'm activated. It's like I'm activated even more. It's really weird. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's okay to have fear. But like a dog or like any pet or anything, that's not human, they are more scared of you than you are scared of them in reality. But that dog is still going to bark at you though. That dog's still going to stand his ground. And that's pretty much what you got to do. Like, okay, I understand. Okay, you might feel like people not going to like this song. Okay, cool. But I mean, it's going to be somebody that's going to like it and not going to like it, period. So you need to just go ahead and just drop that song. You see me just dropping music. Hey, also go check out my NFT. I got an NFT on there for like $1. I highly suggest you go get it. You know what I'm saying? You want to, make some investments. Stop fearing. What you got to do. Let's go back to the video.
Understand what fear is. We can push right through that terror barrier. And I'm so blessed to have the mindset that I have. But we both have developed this mindset day by day by day. And the beautiful thing about this journey of paradigms and understanding the awareness is the paradigm shift occurs when you permanently change your belief around something. And would you not agree with that?
Yeah, I totally do. I'm convinced that the paradigm and what we perceive about ourselves is what we believe about ourselves. It's how we see ourselves. It's not how the world sees ourselves. Now, we're not conditioned to know that. That's not what we were taught, because everybody else's opinions in the outside world are important. And sometimes I think it's just okay to say, wait a minute, it's how I'm seeing myself, that's how I'm believing about myself, it's actually creating or allowing me to stay stuck on this old paradigm or this old set of beliefs, or, you know, and the paradigm is what? Just a multitude of old beliefs and habits. And they're not even, I mean, sometimes I'll be in the mirror and I'll be doing something, getting ready, and I might cough or I might turn a certain way. I'll see my dad, right? And we all do that. And the old saying that the apple doesn't fall very far from the tree, it's true. Now, not all of that's bad. It's not bad at all. But I think it's so important, and I love that you said that, is that well, again, coming back to that blank canvas, you know, if you can just see yourself a little bit better and start, it's fascinating to understand that the old conditioning does not have to be the new way of living if you're willing to do the work to change it. But once again, I'm kind of speaking to the choir because they're here with us. They're doing the work, and they should be really happy and pleased with themselves that they're here.
Yeah, for sure. Like, this stuff just jazzes me up, because once you understand how to change your paradigm, you can literally change your life. And your mindset is going to be so much stronger than the paradigm. Like, imagine if all day long you were in complete control of your mind. That is a sense of having power within you. And we have the ability to choose any thought. So let's talk about when we're coaching our clients. Let's say someone's having a hard time. You know, I gave the exercise today is figuring out what they want. And sometimes, as we know, we coach thousands of clients. A lot of people have a hard time figuring out what they want, including ourselves throughout our journey. Sometimes we get to a point where, like, what do we want next, you know? So we're constantly hitting one goal, and then all of a sudden we're rewriting and figuring out the next goal and the next goal, right? So we're constantly in that state of motion, of goal achieving process. But what advice would you give someone who is having a hard time figuring out what they want? And I think you have a cool story around this, Bill, that, you know, Bob and Arash would always say, go figure out what you want. How did you do it? What do you tell others to do?
Well, you know, you're so right. It took me so long to understand that it wasn't the material want that matters as much as me growing and allowing myself to stop negotiating the how and the why and all the argument between 6 inches right here between these two ears and all that mental jargon. And it was never about the physical thing. It was about becoming the person who could. And you know, it's so fascinating that not knowing what you want can be a really good place to be if you understand and see it the right way. If you see that it's an opportunity, because the only place is up. Now, if you're not willing to do the work, then it's probably a hard place to be. And I've lived that way too. I've been in that place. But Wayne Dyer talks about change how you see things, and the things you see will change. Well, we should be looking at everything in our life, even the hardest things in our life, as an amazing opportunity. And I, for a lot of years, Bob and Arash would help me go figure out what you want. And I would always want to go to the physical, which is good because it was going to stretch me. But then I would hit that terror barrier and not step across the threshold and do it. But what I do know is that we're designed, and this is Arash's words, he taught me this so many times over and over, we're designed to thrive by the essence of who we are. Survival is the lowest form of who we are. And so, you know, the old paradigm to stop me did it every time. So I think there's a lot of people out there that are stuck. They don't know what they want. Well, make it easy. Pick one small thing, right? Bob did it with me with a watch. I shared a couple of times ago on an interview with you about how I really wanted a watch, but I just wouldn't go do it. And Bob helped me go do it by sending a town car and sending me to the jeweler to get it. And I remember I was in the jeweler, my heart was just beating. I could pay for it, I could do it. I was so scared to put it on me. And right then I knew that it was my identity, it was me. Mm-hmm. And I won't go into that whole story, but sometimes we have to give ourselves permission, and it's that willingness. In my personal experience, stepping across the threshold, the how 100% of the time is there. So if somebody doesn't know what they want because they're being blocked by the how, we're on the first day. Let all that go. You just described beautifully earlier how to just write it out and let it go and show nobody. Just keep it to yourself and us. Let us help you believe in you just for a few days. open that up. And I'm always, and you said it best, sometimes we are stuck in there too, we're not sure what we want. Every time.
And what he's saying is definitely facts. I know myself, I don't like, when people be like, what's your 5-year plan, goals, and what's one of your goals you want to complete? Like, I will say a goal, but I won't tell you exactly. Like, I wouldn't, because it's like, bro, like that stuff can stop it. And then it comes with their opinions, and then it comes with this, that. Like, I don't need you to know what my goals are for real, for real. Like, I could tell you where, I see myself in 5 years, I'll tell you that. But I still, even if I see myself on a bigger scale, I probably still won't. But that's just me, though. Yeah.
I might go to that exercise more often, and I just don't talk to anybody except for me about it. I find it. And for me, I just keep it basic. And when it's small, it always leads to bigger.
Yeah. You know what works for me? I think we all know we're most dissatisfied in our life. I look at, okay, where am I most dissatisfied? Where do I want to improve? Like, what is my gap? And then we all know we're kind of dissatisfied or we're unhappy in one area of our life. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a watch or, a lake cottage. It could be anything. It could be relationships, fitness, your spiritual, or you can have some great goals around that. What I said earlier today is, are you excited to be you? That's a really great question, because if you're not excited to be you, well, there's a dissatisfaction there. Where's that dissatisfaction coming?
Yeah, because it's only like J. Cole said, J. Cole was like, ain't nobody's life is better than yours. You know what I'm saying? I don't know exact code, but but ain't nobody's life better than yours. Literally. Why would you want to be somebody else, bro? Like, even if you feel like they're on a higher scale, you know what I'm saying? Are on a below scale, why would you want to be them? You don't know what they've been through, what they're going through, what they're doing, all that stuff. Like, come on, believe in yourself, like nobody else.
Yeah, well, then that's the paradigm you want to change. And you can also, another thing that works for me, so number one, you can take a look at where you're dissatisfied. If you know what you don't want, boom, use the law of polarities, you do know what you do want. Or I love, like Bob often talks about, nature is perfect energy. And I have an amazing relationship with Mother Nature. So oftentimes, except for the winter, because I live in Canada, however, when it's beautiful out, I love going out on a nature walk or a run. And I really allow myself to get into that energy of God's highest form, universe. And I ask for guidance, I feel like there I get a sense of peace, of calmness. So find out what works for you, It may be that walk, it may be on a run, it may be driving, or it may just be a perfect spot in your home with a cup of coffee that, you can really be quiet within and just ask yourself, give yourself permission. I've often heard you, Bill, when you're coaching people, allow and let your mind go there. We have to be able to do that and not be blocked by our current situation. That's what I was going to say to you too, is I find, I'm sure you can agree with this, that most people will stop themselves because they say, can I actually do this? Because they're letting their present results dictate, is this possible? This is where I'm at in my life.
Yeah, no, it's so true. And why not?
And look, I'm talking to you guys, talking to you music artists, because look, I be going through stuff too. So it was like, yeah, like just to double back, because I'm reacting to this. Like, to double back is like, and this is what I be watching on the regular. So I'm not putting this up because whatever the case may be, I literally be watching stuff like this. I literally be, you know what I'm saying? Like that ass. And it helps me for sure. But like just to double back into like what they're talking about from like a artist perspective, bro, it's like you just gotta do it out here. Like seriously. Like, yeah, you're gonna get judged. Yeah, you might not drop the hardest song. Yeah, you might not have the most money right now. You might be going through a hard time right now. So I go through hard times too. You know what I'm saying? Like that ass. Like it just be times where it's like, it just be times. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say too much because I want to, I'm working on something right now. My come up story is like, because as I'm growing, y'all are growing as well. But matter of fact, I tell you this, like, it's been times like where my lights would get cut off type shit, like stuff like that, that I had to go through. Like I remember me being a kid, nigga, I was homeless, all that stuff. So it's like, I don't want to experience that. And, as artists, it's that they was homeless before they even popped out. So you You can't look at your situation. No matter how bad it is, someone else's situation is way worse than yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's way worse. So just be grateful and keep pushing. And I don't mean you just sit there and be like, oh, well, it is what it is. No, it just means, keep going.
Not allowed. Why not this week? You said it's so good. What would it feel like just to be you, the real you? And why not for this week, for each one of us, you and I alike, and everybody that's on this training with us all week? Why not? It's 1 week of our life. Why not just take the time and just relax and just discover who that you is and recognize that old conditioning, those paradigms, those genetic and generational and environmental things that are wired into us to create our paradigm. What if we raised question about some of those and just went, wow, if I just made a little change. I saw a post from Arash today that said 1% is better. I might have the words wrong, but it was like 1%. And I thought, that's it. It's so small, but we're here. And you, our audience, are the magic. We are the magic. You said it's so good. We don't need anything more. We are the magic. It's you, your goal. That's the key to freedom. And that goal is really something that's so important. And to learn about the paradigm and to do these exercises will help you calm down the old and allow you to think and be the person just this week. I just urge you just to do it this week only. And just open up the gate and let it be. And if it's $1 million or if it's 30 million or if it's a big house on the lake or if it's just a better relationship with yourself or your health or find a spouse or whatever it is, let's just work on that this week. And it doesn't matter how big or small, but for this week, doubt the doubt and don't let the conditioning come through. And I think that if you'll do that and work with your success advisors and create a strategic step, little simple process, you'll go into the weekend and you'll go, wow, this is not as hard as I thought it was going to be. I don't have to be controlled by the old part of my conditioning.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I love that. Doubt the doubt. That's awesome because the paradigm, it's kind of like a con artist. Its job is to keep you safe and comfortable, right, Bill? Its job is to not get you to move forward. That's why we have to recognize that. It wants us to stay stuck. And so when I think back, as you were just saying that, my goal prior to having kids, I want to get married and have kids. That was my purpose. That's all I ever wanted. And then once I achieved that and my kids got older, at that point they were 2, 4, and 6. By the time my oldest was 6, I started to be like, I want more. And it felt odd wanting more when I really had everything I wanted. And so the paradigm was tricking me. And the paradigm was attacking me at my weakest areas as a mom. Like, well, why do you want more? You're not going to be a great mom if you go out and have these big audacious goals. So I remember having a call with Arash, and if anyone's ever mentored by him, my God, he's so great at helping you win. Anyone that is mentored by him he'll show you how to win. And so we're so blessed to have this environment. But I remember him saying, you know what, that's the paradigm. And you can't feel guilty. Remember, you're doing it for your children because the paradigm will get you at your weakest areas. And so when I saw that and I changed my belief around it, because that's the paradigm, it will sidetrack you. Like it'll blindside you and it causes you to believe something that's not even true. So I know you previous to this, at the restaurant, like you were busy, like we're conditioned to work harder and harder to earn more money as well. How have you changed your belief around all of that? Because today your lifestyle is very different.
I was born, I swear, with a shovel in my hand. I swear it came out with me. My whole family, we don't go to college. We take a shovel and go dig ditches, I swear that's what was bred into us. And I don't mean that to be disrespectful.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Everything around me, when Bob told me back in 1994, you could earn $20,000 in a month as fast as it takes you to earn $20,000 in a year. Mm-hmm. What is this guy? Like in my mind, I didn't even know someone that was earning 100,000, Monica. Mm-hmm. A little 240,000 in 1993 or 4. No, I mean, you've got, in my mind, I couldn't see that I could get more 24 hours in a day. It was all I had. And it's not about the labor. In fact, it's the worst way to earn money is to labor. That doesn't mean that we're not going to work intelligently and we're not going to work hard, but working hard isn't labor. You've got to learn to think. And literally, it's all about awareness. It's completely tied to our understanding. And, you know, when I went from 20 a year to 20 a month, I didn't see anything in work that had changed, but it was my mindset. And often when I'm working with people, when they share, hey, I want to earn 50,000 a year, I'm so wired to think monthly now because of how I was taught. And that's not even remotely in my family, outside of my own family. But I think that you have to understand that labor and money and time are not connected the way we were taught. Now, is it true that that's what society does? Yes. I'm not going to negotiate that, but it's not true. And each of us can do more in the next 5 years than we've done every year prior to our life combined. And I've had that conversation with Bob myself. And so, yeah, I think sweating and laboring, if you're going to labor, you should labor for love of what you desire and pay the price to become the person to create massive success in your life so that you and your life and your people and your family are all free rather than trading it and creating it for somebody else.
Yeah, let's all create a paradigm where we are used to, and it's a habit of skipping levels, you know, that we can work smarter, not harder. I mean, that's a beautiful paradigm, great, because we can have beautiful, great paradigms that are running and controlling us for sure.
But yeah, that's just to piggyback to what it was talking about so far is like, that's facts though. Like, and this is why I like, look, I'm consistent as F dropping music, and not every song that I drop does what it's supposed to do. Majority of it do, but not all of them do. You know what I'm saying? And I can just be like, you know what? I'm gonna play the Kendrick role. I'm gonna play the Drake role. I'm gonna play the J. Cole role. Or the Kanye way, where I drop only when it's like a certain period of time. No, because you know why? I'm dropping at this consistent base. That doesn't mean you have to drop every day, but I'm dropping at this consistent base. It can be monthly, you know what I'm saying? It could be every 3 months or whatever, but that's consistent. I'm dropping at that basis because as I go up, and that's why I got NFTs too. Y'all need to check out my NFTs videos. Everything's linked in my description on my YouTube channel. But because I'm preparing for the future, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I dropped 100 songs, and people be like, so if they are, and I'm not saying it's not anything that I create is not good, but I'm saying I might drop 100 songs that's not good at all. But that 101 song, boom, it's booming, right? Which means everybody that's listening to that song is gonna go back to the old songs, which means it's gonna make me money. So that's how you gotta think about when you're living life. Like, yeah, everybody, you know, you want to get it as fast as possible, quick as possible, but at the same time, it's like you gotta know how to have patience. You gotta know how to live and stuff like that.
Sure. You know, those are the ones that we don't want to change. They're naturally going to get stronger as we get better as well. But then, you know, the other paradigms as well. But I love how you brought up the family, because I know this material and me betting on myself and having the courage and being brave to do that has changed my entire life and my family's life and my husband and kids. My kids are, my gosh, they're changing paradigms and they're setting the bar up really high because they're seeing us lead by example. How has this changed your family's life, Bill?
Dramatically, and I see it even more in the younger kids in my own kids, even more than my older kids. My older kids are amazing because they came in when we came in. They were 3 and 5 when we first started studying this. Now they're 31 and 20, 28 or 27. Dramatically. In fact, I always tease my older kids about their 16, 17-year-old brother. I say he's going to be a millionaire if you don't hustle, because he's so conditioned, and especially over the last 10 years of being here at even a heightened. But what's really changed is is the attitude in my family. The lack mentality is just something we don't talk about. We just don't hear it. When we eat out at restaurants, I don't hear, Dad, can we afford this? Can we do this? Can I have that? And I know that that's a big deal for families. And I know there's a lot of people on here that have that struggle. I did. And I feel like that's one thing that's changed in my children is that I've taught them, even if you don't have the money, which might be true in some cases, you don't come from lack. You never come from zero. You think of, do I want it? If yes, then create a solution. And just briefly, my son a couple of years ago wanted a new gaming system for the house. And Bob had taught me, he says, you have to teach your kids also to earn. You can't just really give it to them or they'll never. And so my old paradigm, we're sitting in a big, it was like a Sam's Club store or something like that. And he said, Dad, can I buy this today? And my old paradigm said, absolutely not. Do you know how much that costs? And I walked away and I got about 30 feet down the aisle. And I went, oh my gosh, what just happened? I caught it and I went right back there and I kneeled down by his side and I said, I'm sorry, that's wrong. And I taught him, and this just was a few years ago. And I said, listen, son, how much is it? And he told me, I said, how much money do you have in your bank right now? And he told me, and I said, how much more do you need? And then I taught him the lesson. I said, you can have anything you want, and I will help you learn how to earn that money. And I will personally bring you back here and we will buy that together. And to watch that young boy that I had in one sentence been the old me and push it down and then correct it quick. That's what's changed in my life. That's what's changed, is that we don't ask how anymore, is if we want to. The wisdom will come from, do I want to? And if it doesn't burn, then no, we don't do it. And I love that idea that we want that.
Yeah, that's so true. That's how deep some of these paradigms are rooted, that they are automatic, right? They're just automatic, but you caught it, right? And that's the whole thing, is catching it, playing this game, catching it, and reinforcing and changing and reframing this new belief until all of a sudden, boom, a new paradigm is formed, a new belief system is formed, and you're operating at a much higher level with a lot less limitations, you know? I have one more question to ask you, but before I get into that last question, I just want to reinforce to absolutely everybody, if you haven't signed up, please go to our website or on the link in our bio and sign up. Click there and you can put all your information in and you'll get a complete automatic how to sign up and how to get all the information to the event. So you can follow us along and in the Facebook page as well as on YouTube, okay? So if you haven't, that's the link in our bio and also on the proctorgallagher.com under events. Bill, for everyone this week, what advice would you give them for the rest of the week so they can get the most out of this week?
Very good. Thank you, Monica. I think personally the key to having the most productive, incredible week where you'll feel a sense of change is to, number one, understand that the paradigm is strong. It does want to fight you. Bob taught 9 times out of 10 it wants to win. Okay, well then we know that. So we get a chance. We have 1% to beat it. So there is that chance. And all we have to do is just have that 1%. That's what Arash said. So seek the 1%. Don't be overwhelmed. Seek the 1%. And then let's understand that the rest of the world is not here. You are here. You're part of those who want the change. So give yourself a break and just love yourself enough to know that millions upon millions of people are not here with us. You are. That qualifies you just in that sense. Availability over ability any day is where success is built. Just be available. And I think the last thing I would say is set some boundaries. Set some boundaries this week and no negotiation with the old. Just let us believe in you until you believe in you. And just trust that process, because you are, and your goals are the magic. And that's how you create that fun, fabulous success, that successful, sexy life that you're looking for. And you can do it right here, right now, here and now, and here and now. I mean, you can do it now, and it can be a relatively small change that equals great results. So let go for just a few minutes, no more negotiation, and just believe in us, believing in you.
Yeah, that's so good. Thank you so much, Bill, for joining us and sharing all of your insights and knowledge today with everyone. Hope everyone enjoyed it. You guys take care. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for day 2. Take care.
All righty. That was longer than I expected, you guys, but it was nice. I hopefully y'all learned something. I definitely learned something. Make sure y'all look at the links to my description. Also, to let y'all know to join my program. I have a program. You get everything that's on my website. NFT stuff about NFT, stuff about your publishing, stuff about setting up your virtual address, etc. All types of stuff. First package $50. Next package can be like around 300. Next package around 600, and get the whole year package is like $9.95. So let your boy know. Let's help you grow.